welcome to Consultant's Corner. I'm Brizi. This is my corner. I'm still a consultant. Consultant who likes to ask a lot of questions, of course. Just last week, a client said to me that I'm always able to give her the right answers, and she realized that I'm able to give her the right answers not because I have the answers, but because I ask the right questions. She said, always tries to start with answers instead and never really gets anywhere. The truth is, it's easier to start with questions if you have somebody else asking you these questions. Let's look at a few scenarios where typically a lot of business owners and business leaders start with answers and where it may be beneficial to instead start with questions. For example, when you're talking to a client or even a prospective client, it often comes natural to start with what you want to tell them, what you want them to know about you and your business. To start that with a question, try instead, why should this person care about anything I have to say? What does this person actually care about? What is in their interest? What do they want to hear? And then tell them the parts about your business that pertain to what that person is actually interested in. Start with a question. How about an internal meeting? One with your employees or your colleagues or your team. Again, instead of starting with, here's what I need them to know or to do or to hear, ask yourself, what is in it for them? If I'm taking up their time and I'm communicating something and it's important that they know it, then what's actually in it for them? And then craft your message so that it actually targets the part that is in it for them. If you're talking to somebody, all the more reason if what you're doing is giving an instruction, help them understand what their role is and why it's in their interest to do the thing. So an internal meeting, instead of starting with what you want to tell, start with a question. Another area in which I see this sort of thing come up a lot is when you are buying a new tool or resource, often with a software solution. I see a lot of people go into that conversation with, this is what I need it to do. How about if instead you start by asking yourself, how will purchasing this particular resource change things for me or change things for my business? Why am I investing in this resource? What do I expect to happen? And then work backwards from there. If this is my expectation, then what is it that I need it to do? Start with the question. In all of these scenarios, we've flipped it around from starting with answers to starting with questions. And the difference is that starting with questions, you're more likely to get more definite answers. It is more likely that the answers you come to are more specifically targeted to the given situation. Just try it for the next week. Every time you are going into a consideration, a negotiation, a meeting, a presentation, instead of starting with the information that you want to flow from you outwards, try to flip it around. Ask yourself a question instead of starting with an answer. See how that changes how you approach these situations and see how that changes the information that you're sharing and how you're sharing it. Let me know. Have fun with this exercise and I'll see you back here next week with our next video. Bye now.